Just a bonus section here on, do you get paid for your pre-production time? The answer, in my experience, has been no. You'll get paid for a tech scout. You'll get paid for travel days on some jobs, depending on how high up you go. But generally, when you're starting out, you will not be paid for pre-production days. Now, that means that you have to work that into the fees that you charge on the actual day of shooting, right? That is worked in through those hours that you're charging for. You have to understand that you're going to spend a lot of time where you're technically not getting paid, but really to do your job on the day, which is what you are getting paid for, you need to do that work ahead of time. And production companies and producers realize that, so you're well compensated for your 8-hour day because you've put in so much work beforehand. So for pre-days, you don't really see it that much. Even prep days, it's not like you're a first AC where you'll be camera prepping per se before the shoot. A lot of the times that's left to the camera department to do. If you want to come along and see some things or see how it's progressing, that's great, but you're not going to be paid for that, right? You really only get paid for the tech scout. Location scouting days sometimes, but it's getting very, very murky at that point. I would just say, I'm happy to do the location scout if I'm available and if I can make it useful. But your tech scout fees is one thing, and then your shoot days are another, and that's really where the bulk of the income is coming from. So for prep days, just be prepared not to be invoicing and for that to be standard. Now, again, different markets call for different things, and different levels in cinematography call for different things. But it has been my experience that you will not be getting paid for the prep days. Now, just because you're not getting paid doesn't mean that you can slack off. In fact, you have to think of it much like when we talked about deciding on projects, whether it's future money or now money. Pre-production is future money. The more work that you can put in there, the better the results that you're going to get. And we know from looking at our career trajectory and defining our goals and what we want out of this job, we know that the more work we do and the better the results we get, the faster we're going to rise, which means more income, which means better projects, which means better everything. So you really are investing in yourself. Every time you take pre-production seriously, you're investing in yourself, but you're also investing in the project. So it becomes this double win situation where even though you're technically not getting paid for it, it is a very valuable experience to go through and to take seriously and to come up with a formula for, and to always be testing and be modifying and be coming up with the best way to tackle these issues, going from big to small, identifying the sandbox that you're in, and then communicating with those around you, knowing, okay, this little bit of communication I'm doing right now, it has immediate impact. You will immediately see improved results the better you get at the pre-production process.